Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Candace with Kirkwood Country TV. What's up, fam? I hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday or whatever day it is in whichever country you are watching from. So, I wanted to give some updates because I have not been able to upload. Every time I'm uploading, they are swiftly taking down my videos. So, I thought this would be the best way because I don't have anyone to comment with and chat with about this. So, like I said, I'm here for the comments. Okay, so update. All right, so we all know that Tom was eliminated or evicted or whatever in the second eviction. And of course, we know how, I know how I feel about Tom. Everyone's a little bit different. I really felt that he kind of shook the house up. He had bad energy, very negative. It's like he didn't want to communicate, or he didn't want to, like just kind of chill with the other castmates, unless he was like in charge and basically had them under his thumb. Anyway, that's my feeling. I do like Tom in some instances, but he was bad energy. He was bad and he was negative. And he just couldn't just chill. Like, dude, he was always, honestly, he act like he was on Ritalin or something, or I don't know. He just seemed like he was always amped up. And the more power you gave him, he just got out of control with it. So I'm glad that energy is gone. And they kind of felt like it was a dictatorship while he was there. Anyway, he's out the house. Okay, so at some point they do the HOH. Well, first of all, guys, y'all know that Lolo, she put Tom up, Tom and Kandi. So that was that. Of course, Tamar won the veto. She did not use it, which I think was smart, and probably because the producers told her not to use it because it make for better TV. What else? So, of course, I wonder if Kandi feels some kind of way about that, though. She can't be mad at that because she know that everyone's going to vote Tom off, so she really couldn't trip. But she did kind of have some reservation. When I was watching the live feeds last night, she was like, OMG, if I would have had to go out and meet Julie in the warm-up suit that I had on, and basically if Tom would have stayed and I would have been voted out, I would have been so pissed. So it lets us know that she'd have been pissed with Tamar. Okay, so now that we're only down to 5 players, let me catch you up. First of all, so we know that Lolo won HOH. However, she didn't get to stay in the HOH very long because they had another competition. But before I get to that, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Lolo a bit because this is the part that I don't think we see or we don't understand about Lolo. Some people think that it's just her being manipulative, and sometimes it is. She is a very manipulative person. However, she has some serious childhood trauma that's going on. Like, y'all see the 36-year-old Lolo, but that's really the 5-year-old Lolo or the 10-year-old Lolo. So she definitely needs to, come to grips in battle. And I know that she's a believer and she uses her faith to help her, which I really do respect that. There's some other things that I don't like about her. Like, she could be extremely fake and not loyal, and also always being a victim. She's always like wanting sympathy. Like, girl, stop with the excuses is all I want to say. Just stop. So, but I want to tell you guys about this. So she got her letter and she got her goodies and stuff like that, and they just put it in the storage room. So she really didn't get to spend time in the HOH, right? So her letter was from her best friend, from her bestie. And, she was she had mixed feelings about it. Actually, she was pretty sad about it. She got her letter. She read it to everyone in the storage, or she read it to, I think it was Deena or somebody in the storage room. Then she went and read it out loud. Then she went into the room and she just kind of totally had a breakdown, in which I'm so glad that Tamar was there for her. Like, she hugged her and she was like, it's not that I'm not, happy about the letter. It's just that, I don't have any family. I don't have, a husband or, anyone to, to write me letters like you guys. So I really think that, I mean, Lolo's, let's just look at this. So yeah, she's had some childhood trauma. I knew she grew up in a impoverished situation, homeless situation, and I think she may have been adopted and had to be in foster home. I'm not sure about her whole story, but I know that she lived in the basement of a church for a while, so she could continue to go to a school, so she could finish up with her track, endeavors. So taking that to keeping that in mind, we don't know what this girl has dealt with as a kid, that she has not reasoned and come to she hasn't I guess dealt with. Okay, we're looking at the 36-year-old Lolo, but again, that's the 5-year-old or 10-year-old that dealt with all that trauma. So I say that to say this. She has had, she's given up a portion of her life, and committed it to her sport, and committed it to her athletic, dreams and pursuits. So she's feeling left behind. She has friends who are married, they're getting ready to get married, and she feels left behind. She feels like, okay, I have not achieved my dreams with my career, nor have I achieved my dreams with my life. And around that age, you do kind of, when you get 36, 40, you start to think about your life, and you start saying, wow, my life is like almost half over, and what have I done? And you get really serious about that. And it can make you be into a big depression. So I know that she talked about that on the live feeds as well, is that she went through a really bad depression where she was just gonna be done with it. I don't know what that means. I think she said she's gonna be done with her faith. I can't recall. But anyway, point being, the girl has some issues that she's dealing with. I'm so glad Tamar was there to embrace her. They had like a good time, because Tamar was like, come on, let's go celebrate you. She's like, some people don't have best friends, so be happy for that. So I really love that moment. That was cool. Yeah, I think Lolo just needs to get out of the victimization mode. Okay, moving ahead. Now, so she does that. Deena seems very negative right now, which y'all know that is not like Deena. Deena is like Miss just chill, everything is chill. Actually, when I was watching the live feeds, like so many times they had to keep saying, Deena, no, it's this, or like, wake up, Deena, um, oh my gosh, I was listening to this conversation that she was having with Kandi, and she was telling her what was going to happen, in the coming week. And I swear, Deena just could not get it. She just kept asking the same question over and over and over again. So we already know that there's some, drug history there, drug use or whatever. She's just not all there, what have you. But right now, she's totally being a little bit negative. Probably because she knows she's getting ready to go on the block. It's probably going to be her and Kandi. Now, unless, who is it? Unless Lolo and Ricky actually, I think they have formed an alliance. Because I remember she came back in the room after she won the HOH, and she was like, do you want it to be just me and you? Because we know Tay has Kandi. We need to have each other's back, basically. Okay. Yada, 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 yada. Right? Okay, now, so let me get to this part too, because this kind of flows into why Lolo was feeling kind of sad. Okay? Let's see. So after that's all done, at some point the cameras stop, and they go and have another HOH competition. And guess who wins? Yes, your boy Ricky wins. Okay. First of all, I just want to say, why is Ricky still here? Why? I mean, I just can't with him. I really can't. I just think that he is full of crap. I don't buy him. I don't buy his whole situation. And I'm really trying to see, like, which part of you is just really true. Okay. Where's the sincere you, the genuine you? Where is it? Because it's not in this whole medicine man persona. That's not you. I just don't feel that's him. So anyhow, he's HOH, but he's really cool about everything. He's like, y'all come up and use the room and come eat my snacks, and they go up there because they want to read his letter, and which was cool. And actually, guys, they had like the most fun, which I had got that on tape, wasn't able to upload it, but it was really fun. It's like they were in his room chilling, reminiscing about the season, and they were like, yeah, I mean, the vibes were so good. Okay. Now, Lolo was just holding on to his picture. It's like she was just like, you could tell that she was feeling bad, like, because, she doesn't have anyone, she's not in a relationship, and I guess maybe she doesn't have any prospects. And everyone was just remarking how pretty his wife is, and she wrote a beautiful, beautiful letter. His wife is an attorney or a lawyer of some sort, and she wrote this beautiful letter about how she's missing her king, and how it's been hard to get along without him, and but maybe she needs to learn how to stop leaning on him so much. So I thought that was a really lovely letter. And it had a picture of his kids, they were all in front of the house. It was like one picture. And Lolo just kept hanging on to the picture. Honestly, I think that the concept of family is what this girl is missing, She may have abandonment issues. There's so many different issues that's going on with her, but my heart kind of goes out to her. Guys, I know that she's a fierce competitor and that she's manipulative. I know that she has all those things going on. But my heart still goes out to that 5-year-old Lolo. That's what I see when I look at her. I don't see all her fits of rage and anger and stuff like that. I just see 5-year-old Lolo. Okay. So then they're drinking wine. Lolo asks for like an expensive wine. And so they're drinking Lolo's wine and they're having a good time and just reminiscing and stuff like that. Everyone's just on chill, like for real. So after that, everyone decides to go to sleep. Ricky does not want to stay in his room, in the HOH room. He's going to go back to his room. Honestly, I think they stay in that room because they know there's going to be game talk, People are going to be talking game and they don't want to miss nothing. Like I would too. So it goes down in that room. That's a strong room. That's a bonded room. And let me just say this, guys. One thing I know too, that though I love this Celebrity Big Brother. Like I think it's only been 2 Celebrity Big Brothers, but this one was so great. Oh, that's what they were talking about. They were saying how this cast is the best cast, and they were so right. Cause like I really feel like Big Brother, they did their thing. Like I don't know how they got this great dynamic or this great chemistry with all these folks. This is what I think. See, they were vulnerable. All of them were vulnerable, and they weren't afraid to show their vulnerabilities. Like they weren't coming in there like Omarosa and just like having something to prove or acting for the cameras. Like a lot of times they were not acting for the cameras. Like these people who they casted, they came in there with some real hurts. You have people who are down on their in their careers. You know what I'm saying? Like Ricky, for instance. He hadn't been hadn't been in football for a while. So I know he had went back to school, got his doctorate and things of that nature. So then you had Tamar, who kind of had a rocky couple years or so, with her husband going through financial difficulties, having to file bankruptcy, not having, the money that she's used to. Also, to having a breakup with her family, because, y'all know she works with her sisters on her show. Kandi, I like that girl. She just has good sound business advice. I listen to her talking to Lolo and I don't know, I get a really great inspiration, business inspiration from her. So that I love. So she's up on her game right now. But I think with Kandi, her deal is this. Like I remember she was talking to Lolo and she was like, I went through a season where we were on top, as teenagers with, her girl group Escape. And then she's like, then I went through a season where wasn't nothing coming in. I didn't have no money coming in and, wasn't nobody checking for me. So she said, if I ever got myself back to on top, then I will, I would maximize it. And that's what she do. So I think that this is just an extension of her maximizing her brand. She knows that she has to continuously be out there, putting her brand out there, raising awareness or whatnot. And that's how you get the calls. So, and the opportunities. So she's smart. And who else? We know Tom Green had not been on his show, or hadn't had his show going for a while. So he's like, you have all these stars they're like reemerging. They're reemerging. They're trying to make something happen. So that's why I think this cast was so great, because they just put it all out there, and they wasn't tripping like, hey, this me. This is what's going on. This is the deal. So who else did you have on there? That we can kind of say have vulnerabilities. Deena is the same way too. Okay, so here you have this momager or mom manager. I mean, this lady, I think she's phenomenal. I think she's smart. I think she's witty and strategic. And I'm putting aside, whatever drug issues or why ever she's always lost. I don't think that she started off that way, because you don't, do some of the things that she's done with her, been able to do with her kids, like with Lindsay and stuff like that, get them really great deals and, build this big empire without being like super smart, and strategic. So, I think that she's in a time where she's reemerging. She's got to probably get it for her own. She can't depend on her kids. So, you had Deena, and who else is there? Kato Kalin, I'm not really sure what he does, or, I just know him from the OJ thing. I know he does like appearances and things of that nature, but from his fight on the show, I kind of like him. You know what I'm saying? I like anyone who has a fight in them. I do. So, and then we had, who else? Ryan Lochte. I know he kind of came back from his, he had a little situation over there in, I think, China or something like that. Wherever, I don't keep up with the gymnastics or whatever that is. But I know he had a situation there, so I know he was vulnerable. And I don't know a lot about Eva Marie or Natalie, whatever her name is, Purple. I don't know anything about her. Who else was on there? But anyway, point is, a lot of the people that they cast this time were people with vulnerabilities. And so they were raw, and they're like, look, this is what it is. I'm trying to, like Tamar said, I'm trying to, solidify some things for my son. I believe Kandi was the only one that said that if she wins, she's going to give the money to her school. I don't know if all of it or a partial amount. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling this big brother. And I believe that's all of the updates, y'all. I hope I didn't forget anything that I wanted to talk about. I didn't write it down, but just kind of went off my head. So let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. And I really think they're going to put Deena and Kandi up next. And I think that this is going to be the part where Tamar tells her, look, if you want to win, you got to win a competition. You need to win the power of veto and get yourself off the block. Now, well, wait, that would be weird, because if she does do that, Ricky's going to obviously have to put up either Lolo or Tamar. So I don't know. Maybe Tamar is not going to tell her that. I don't know. Maybe she will tell her that, but Tamar is going to be gunning for the power of veto as well. Y'all tell me what y'all thinking. I think it's been really interesting watching people, how they act. And when you strip people from their devices, from TV, from outside, love and outside encouragement and support. Oh, that's what I want to talk about really quick. Okay, so back to Tom. Y'all, like Tom, like I said, he just seemed very erratic. And here's the thing. I know in one of my videos I put, okay, did Deena just say Tom was talking to the psychologist, the on-site psychologist? And yeah, he was. He went in there and talked to her, I think, for like 3 hours or whatever. And you have to understand that this game is so taxing because it's taking away your support. Just think about it. How many times do you call your friends or call your people that you respect, and you ask them, you tell them about your decisions, like what you got going on for today, and your family, you know what I'm saying? So they're without their family support and things of the outside world. Like, it's hard in there because people will try you. Like, we think it's a game. It is a game, but at the same time, it's real life as well. A lot of it is, scripted. Like, if when they go into the DR rooms, y'all can tell that stuff is scripted. But the live feeds, that's the real stuff. Like, that is the real. So anyway, we know he spent some time with the psychologist to get himself together before he made his veto decision, and then he just went in the room and stayed up there. I think they had to get him out because I don't think he would have made it to the end emotionally. I think he was put on a good front, but emotionally it was kind of hurting him. I'm not really sure what his deal was. Is he really like that in real life, or is he just socially awkward? Maybe he just was socially awkward and people didn't understand him. Hey, I don't know. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. But if you start to make Kandi feel some kind of way, and Kandi seems like a really cool, laid back person, you must be doing something. You must be acting up. So, anyway, guys, leave comments because I want to chat about this. I need to talk about this stuff. I have not been able to upload videos that I've edited and made for you guys, which has been totally frustrating. I edited so many videos, but of course YouTube will not. As soon as I put them up, they will not play. But anyway, this is a way that we can chat and talk and kind of discuss these things. Have a good Saturday or a good Sunday wherever you are in the world. Lots of love.